on the next World in America. Join us as we meet the over 1 million strong Peruvian Americans. We'll see how traditions passed down since the ancient Incas have found new life in today's America. Enjoy a taste of ceviche, the upbeat rhythms of cajon, and a whole lot more. Coming up on World in America.
The Peruvian Americans are a community that are approximately over 1 million people.
Peruvian Americans are young generations in the United States, maybe a second or third generation.
I believe that first comes my citizenship, which is my loyalty to America, which I love and I would die for, but I also believe that I also have another citizenship, which is Peruvian.
Peruvian Americans has business like restaurants, travel agents, pharmacies, professionals, doctors.
The Peruvians are very hardworking people with big, deep family values.
I believe that as a Peruvian citizen, I have different traits, different cultures, different beliefs than a typical American would have.
We're mixing in the mainstream. The first Peruvian that started immigrating to the United States come to the city of Patterson. We have around 30,000 or more Peruvians living in the city of Patterson.
Located in the western corner of South America, Peru is a country that carries a very long history and a diverse natural beauty. Peru has 3 distinctive regions: steep mountains, long coastline, and deep jungles. These give Peru a unique character reflected in its customs, cuisine, and culture. Her history is also very long and rich. Reportedly inhabited by indigenous people for the last 10,000 years, Peru is also home to the Incan civilization. The Incans have given the world such beauties like Machu Picchu and the Nazca Lines. In 1532, a group of Spaniard conquistadors defeated the Incan emperor and imposed Spanish rule. Spanish rule then continued for about 300 years. After declaring its independence from Spain in the early 1800s, Peru's status of sovereignty was finally recognized internationally by the end of the 19th century. Peru struggled economically through the 1960s until the 1990s. This period caused a massive wave of migration from Peru to the United States.
So the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s were the times that most people came from Peru, I would say.
Having a rich cultural and historical tradition with a strong population of 30 million, Peru currently is an up-and-coming economic power in Latin America. United States-Peru Chamber of Commerce is a leading organization working towards bilateral trade opportunities between Peru and the United States. Under the leadership of Juan Carlos Reynoso, the Chamber seeks to utilize the business and investment potential between these two countries.
I've been residing in this country for over 22 years. The main focus of our chamber is to promote the business between American business entrepreneurs and Peruvian business entrepreneurs as well.
One such Peruvian entrepreneur is Norberto Coritomay. His is a quintessential American rags-to-riches story. Having come here 20 years ago with almost no money in his pocket, Norberto today owns a busing company with more than 200 vehicles, transporting passengers from northern New Jersey to New York City.
Well, my name is Norberto Coritomay. I'm in the United States 20 years.
My name is Elizabeth.
I came in 1989.
My name is Narika Tamai. I'm 11 years old. I was born in New Jersey.
My name is Angel Tamai. I was born in Peru. I came in the year 1988 when I was 2.5 years old.
I have a business, transportation business. It's a family business with my daughter, my wife. I have 5 children, 2 older and 3 with my wife. They are here studying with me.
Hard work does pay off in the United States, and the American dream is still a possibility. The Kuritomai family contemplates on some of the benefits of being in this land of opportunity.
Here in America, we have a lot of opportunities to individually grow, to build individual enterprise, like my father did. My father came here from Peru, not having a lot of opportunities, not having a lot of financial resources, so he built up his own empire, he built his own industry.
There's opportunity for everyone in this country. If you want to work hard and you want to make a future for your family, for your children, and the only country I believe they can give you that kind of opportunity is the United States. Look at that Robert, little boy. No, me habo.
We can find a way to provide to our families. We can also accomplish the American dream, which is have your own home, have your business, grow your family in a country that's offering you all these facilities.
I love this country. I make my American dreams, can I say. I'm still working every day, but I am very proud to become a Peruvian American.
The United States has provided numerous opportunities for Peruvian Americans, but every rose does have a thorn or two, and Peruvians also have their share of tough times.
The language, okay, communicating for people, I don't understand why tell me about it, no? I don't understand the language.
The first thing is the language barrier. Secondly, the status, the immigration status of immigrants coming from different countries. But the biggest challenge, I believe, is the language.
I felt that going to school was really difficult for me because I didn't know the language that well, and honestly I learned the language through watching TV. It's something that I find is really miraculous. I've learned the language watching television, cartoons. I learned the language Spanish through my family, my parents teaching me home. Going to school, I realized that going to school was really hard because I didn't have a lot of Spanish friends. I lived in Clifton most of my life, so it was mostly Caucasians, mostly African Americans. I didn't really have anybody of my culture to relate to. So I kind of grew up being a little bit confused about my culture because the only people I had from my culture was my family.
I would say the main challenges are the language, because we're Spanish-speaking people, and then the immigration status, which prevents them from growing better in the society.
Immigration rights is a central issue for Norberto. Although a very engaged businessman, whenever he has some extra time, Norberto spends it towards immigration reform.
We have more than 12 million people that without legal status in the United States. There's more of that. And those people, they're hard-working people. They're hard-working family. If they come to this country, they're working to support families, to support parents, children. We are supporting hard-working people. Or those millions of people, they are hard-working people. And we must to give you the opportunity to become residents and citizens in the future.
Hopefully, immigration policies will be improved with the hard work of people like Norberto. The more immigrants become a part of the mainstream, the more Americans can learn and enjoy some central customs of groups such as the Peruvians. This invariably leads to the realization that we are more alike than different.
We're very hospitable people. When people come to your house, you try to offer the maximum comfort possible. You offer your house for them to stay, you offer food, it's very common. And it's very important for us to make our guests feel welcome.
I think Peruvians are more of a collective society because we believe that as we grow up, I mean, going to Peru very often at a young age, I feel that Peruvians are very about the group, not about the individual. I mean, here in America you become more individualized, but in Peru it's more about the collective group. What's better for the whole family, what's better for the whole society, what's better for the community than some one person's own goal or gain.
Language is the conduit of culture. And in order to pass on Peruvian heritage from one generation to the other, learning the language is a must.
In my house speaking Spanish.
My son is, understand my language and he study with me Spanish only. Okay. I speak I told him in Spanish.
We also have two official languages which are our native languages, which are the Quechua and the Aymara.
Quechua is not that's the official name, but Quechua is not the name. That's Runasimi. That's mean language of the people in Quechua.
For the Kurutumai family, there is nothing like going back to Peru, and they make sure they visit often.
I go to Peru, my country three times a year.
We're going every year, almost 2 or 3 times.
Every time we go there, we go somewhere new. Like this year, we went to Machu Picchu. We went to where my dad was born and where he used to live.
We go to Peru. We go in for the last time. We went to last year. We went to Nazca. The Incas, or this long time ago, they created images. The only way you can see those lines that disappear in the sand from the sky.
Peru, I find, is a very beautiful country. It has its good times and bad times because I mean, when you go to Peru, you see a lot of poverty, but it's also one thing you gotta realize is you become grateful for what you have in America.